Hello and welcome back. In this video, I'd like you to join me for a series of physical movements called yantras. And these yantras allow for the integration of breath and body so that awareness naturally settles and naturally emerges. So we'll be introducing a way of breathing, a way of moving, and then finally a way of resting the mind. Okay, let's begin. So again, these movements can be done either seated in a chair or on a cushion. And let's begin practicing now with our eyes open. First settling into the body, the natural rhythm of the breath. And I'll explore the full dimension of the breath, complete breathing. So begin by putting your hands on the hips, the thumbs behind and the fingers in front. Breathe with the belly. Begin just by sensing that natural rhythm. Dropping the breath down out of the chest, and allowing it to settle into the belly and the lower belly. Now feel what it's like to breathe to your full capacity in the belly. Breathing in, fully expanding the belly. Breathing out, fully exhaling. Just getting a sense of what it's like to fully breathe with the belly. Now bring the hands up to the level of the shoulders with the thumbs in the armpits and the fingers extended over the chest. Breathe in with the belly as before. And then on top of that, filling the chest. As you breathe out, exhale with the chest and then the belly. And as you breathe, notice the shape of a V. The breath begins in the lower part of the body, builds and expands upward and outward, coming in to fill the sides of the chest. And the exhalation proceeds downward, from the top down, downward and inward. So get a sense of that breath. Feel how the position of the arms, directly perpendicular, allows for that space to be filled. This is complete breathing, so we're slightly pushing the boundary of our capacity. Now finally, the third stage, putting the thumbs in the clavicles and raising the arms to either side of the head as much as possible. Beginning the same way with the belly, breathing into the chest, And then filling this very top portion of the chest. Exhaling from the top down. Taking a few more breaths. And exhaling. Resting the hands on the knees. And breathing naturally with the belly. Natural rhythm, natural capacity. So now as we begin the yantras, breathe in that very same way. Filling from the bottom up, exhaling from the top down. So let's take one full breath. Exhale. Again, breathing in. Now as you exhale, bring the left shoulder to the right knee, and extending the left arm, keeping it straight as much as possible. Breathing in, coming back to center. Exhaling to the other side, and measuring the movement with the breath. Reaching the fullness of the inhalation as you come to center. Reaching the fullness of the exhalation at the limit of your extension. Breathing in and out, 3 times to each side. And really staying present for each moment of the movement. And when you're finished, resting the hands on the knees, breathing in, noticing sensation, noticing activation, breathing out, allowing whatever activation to disperse. Breathing in and sensing, and breathing out, riding sensation with the breath. And allowing it to pervade the body. And the next movement, hands on the hips, and breathing in from below. Exhaling and twisting, keeping the face forward, but twisting the trunk. Inhaling from below, all the way back to center. And then exhaling, twisting to the other side. Three times to each side. Integrating body, breath, and the presence of awareness. And whenever you're finished, coming back into the resting position, and taking care not to jump out into the thinking mind, staying with the sensations of the body. With each out-breath, integrating more and more fully with whole body awareness. And just as the winds of conceptual movement start to stir, we can begin again with another movement. So again, resting the hands on the hips, breathing in, and now bending to the side, exhaling, breathing in, coming to center, exhaling and bending to the other side, neither forward nor back. Stretching from the hip through the neck, but not trying to complete some type of posture. Really just inviting the body to follow the breath and for awareness to rest in the midst. When you finish, again, breathing in and noticing sensation. Fixation. Breathing out and dispersing. Notice now the extent of your body awareness. Noticing if there are any areas that are blank or numb. Noticing pleasurable sensation, painful sensation. And as you breathe in and notice, couple awareness with the breath and ride the out-breath throughout the body. Feel what it's like to slightly soften the boundary of the body. Now let's begin the next movement. So breathing in and arching back, bringing the shoulder blades together and back. And exhaling, bringing the shoulders together in front, tucking the chin and drawing the belly back towards the spine as you roll the hips and exhale completely. Breathing in. And out. Really leading with the breath. The breath begins the movement. Three times and then rest. And following that same progression, as we breathe in, we sense, notice sensation. And breathe out, disperse. Embodying awareness. And then softening the boundary. Breathing out and feeling what it's like to just slightly extend the felt sense beyond the boundary of the body. Sensing perhaps an envelope around the body. A sensation of energy as you breathe out and relax. The next movement, simply rolling the right shoulder, breathing in, feeling, and exhaling, exploring that full range of motion. And reverse. And the left shoulder. And reverse. Both shoulders forward. And reverse. Now an alternation, one forward, one back. And reverse. witness that process of settling from the moving state to the resting state. Watch that. Relaxing with the out-breath, coming into full body awareness. Extending slightly around you. And now bending the neck to the right, exhaling, inhaling to center, exhaling to the left, in and back, in and forward, rolling the neck, and reverse. Again, coming to center and resting. Again, notice that process of settling. As we become familiar with the mind at rest and the mind as it moves, as we breathe and move, we can start to notice continuity, that aspect of awareness that remains unchanged, whether we are resting or moving. See if you can notice that as we do the last movement now. So breathing in and simply rotating in the hips. Rotating the sacrum, the pelvis, through the hip sockets, and reverse. And again, rest. Relaxing and dispersing, softening. And as we gradually settle into full body awareness, feel what it's like to extend behind you, breathing out and riding the out-breath, and extending that felt sense behind you. Maybe similar to that feeling of knowing that you are being watched from behind. What is that like? As you breathe out and relax and open into that space behind. Now open below. What is it like to extend the felt sense below you? Now to either side, the left and the right, breathing out, feeling. Breathing in, noticing, fixation, grasping. And breathing out, opening to the sides. And now extending above and in front. And all around, extending the felt sense in every direction as you breathe out and relax, riding the out breath and opening space. Gently extending this sphere of embodiment. Relaxing panoramically. And simply rest in open sensation. Okay. Thank you for your practice. It's an honor to be here. I'll see you next time.